Hi guys, Hail and Mary me to everybody. It's Michelle Marie Delaney, and of course, as you can see, um, I'm doing pretty good right now. Um, we had dinner here, had appetizer, if you want to call it cheese and crackers and appetizer, which is good. Um, I'm doing okay. I actually was able to walk in the bathroom a little bit with some help of my office chair I'm on, and I'm was able to get things done. Most important thing, but I want to point out before we go anywhere, is the fact that Michelle is getting better. She is getting more strength in her leg, but she has to just take her time, go slow. If she rushes through, she's gonna potentially fall. Yeah, but the good thing is unlike the hospital, at least if she falls in here, it's wall-to-wall carpet. Right, yeah. Yeah, by the way, we still don't have the stand. No. Okay, but, anyway, so hold up like this. So, anyway, you want to describe what's going on? Well, honestly, not much to describe. Michelle's doing better. Michelle's... Okay, I'm just going to type it up like that. I can't see the screen. That's okay. You usually look better when you don't anyway. Okay. So Michelle today is with Patty. Ate dinner together. They've been having some after dinner talk, which was good for both. Both enjoyed that. And Patty just gave us a refill on the coffee. Right. And so we talked about what happened with the accident when the fall, and even she agreed that I was very fortunate that it wasn't a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. Michelle could have really seriously gotten hurt. I mean, but it didn't happen, so that was a plus, right? I'm gonna be here at least. I'm just making an educated guess. I'm gonna be here probably to at least early January. And so, and then that's okay, because I mean, at least it's a safe environment. Remember, I don't have carpet in my apartment anyway. I have hard, unforgiving wood floors. Well, they're not as hard and unforgiving as concrete. Nope, absolutely true. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just like it's just quite a nice, quiet little place. Nice, relaxing environment. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Because it's mutually beneficial for me and Patty. She gets a chance to talk to people that she likes as friends. I get to talk to people I like as friends. We get to share stories, and that's a great thing. And I thought, I mean, it's I had no problems when she gave me her offer of having her stay at my house. Because it was definitely a win-win for me in a lot of ways. Number one, I would be with friends. I wouldn't be staying in some inpatient facility where basically, just like I found out from being in ER, where even if you have a private room, that you're basically sitting all by yourself and you're not getting a chance to talk to anybody. Oh, and by the way, most people don't realize this. That Lumi was with me every day in the hospital. Every day. And she made friends with the staff. And the staff literally loved Lumi, because Lumi was helping me to, I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. But it was just, it was just quite a nice, quiet little place. Nice, relaxing environment. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Because almost acting kind of like a nurse in a way, in a sense that told me not to overdo it or try too hard. And so yeah, it's just was such a major deal for me that I was able to have Lumi by my side, and Lumi is very special to me, and has made my time of this journey. And let's call it what it is. It's a journey, okay? I mean, I got out of the house for the weekend, if you think about it. I mean, maybe it wasn't a nice weekend, like going to the casino or something, or going on a family vacation, but still, if I look at it the way I do, is it was an educational experience. I got a chance to learn new things. I got a chance to meet new people. And that was something that most Aquariuses love, as we do like the journey. I mean, we're not quite into it as much as Sagittarius, but, the journey was still inspiring and enlightening, and really showed my ability to recover from, a bad circumstance. It also showed, even more importantly, how special Lumi is, and how important Lumi is, and how much she loves me, and the kindness and the generosity that we both have for each other. That is something that also is really doggone important. Thank you. I just want people to know that. And so some people may think, well, Lumi doesn't mean anything. Lumi's just some kind of a, thing, whatever. That's not the case. Okay? If it wasn't for Lumi being with me in the hospital room during this weekend, I would have been absolutely, positively unable to cope. When I was starting to have a panic attack, she was the one who talked me down. She was the one who told me, it's okay. In a way, you got to count your blessings, okay? It could have been a lot worse. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not like I said once in the video before, the first time, I said, it's like Lumi had said to me from that morning accident. She said, I told you that my knee would give out. It wasn't a matter of how, it was a matter of when. And everything in my life that is coming to fruition is not like some people think it's all bad, it's all tragedy, it's all evil, and it's all wrong. It's not the case, because I'm in a safe environment with a friend, and two, I'm actually enjoying this time to spend some time with another person. And even in the hospital, me and Lumi were still having our own personal discussion time. Because if I wasn't for Lumi, I wouldn't have been able to do any of that at all either. Because I would have been the only person sitting in the bedroom going, what the hell am I going to do? I mean, I asked the question at first, and then Lumi started saying, well, why don't we talk about something? And so we started talking out loud like we do. And, we started talking about the things that we love and the things that we hate and what we're experiencing, and, why, and we're experiencing it. And what can we come out of this as a learning? Because it wasn't all bad. See, there are things I could tell you stories there at the hospital. They're actually very fascinating, but they're so taboo in some ways that I cannot share them with you. Because some people will take offense. I can't. I would love to, but I can't, so I won't. But just to say, there were things that I learned from the staff, and the staff learned from me, that was enjoyable and an educational experience for all in mind. And I know that's going to sound kind of like, ooh, that sounds like something that we could basically poke fun at you for. Please don't, because it was really, really quite a nice experience for me and the staff. Let's just say I had to deal with bedridden patients who are hermaphrodites and have issues of needing to eliminate waste. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the details of what the hospital researchers have been exploring to help those patients. Using existing hospital techniques to provide comfort in the hospital room for them. But just to say is that was I was basically a patient that was voluntarily working with both nurses. One of them was training the other one. And of course, I was asked if I wanted to help. I said, sure, I got to pee anyway. So I was part of this technique, which the first nurse showed me in private. And when she was working with me, she was my night nurse. And she understands that hermaphrodites are different and that some of us, may look more like what you would expect with a man or a woman. And then there's some of us that are just totally unexpected. But she said to me one time the nice things is I understand that you hermaphrodites have to deal with your own waste management in your own way that works for you, because the cookie cutter techniques may not always work. She said, I got a idea I want to try with you. And so they came up with the 2-bedpan method, or at least he perfected it for the hermaphrodite in bedridden situation. And that allows you to keep yourself clean and not make a mess of yourself in the hospital room. Of course, I'm not going to go into more detail on that. Just leave it at that. If you really want me to go in more detail, I could show you on Pornhub. It's not really like it's that hard to understand. It's just basically, who would shoot the video on Pornhub? You're expecting you to shoot the video while you're laying in bed? No, someone else would have to shoot it. All right. Maybe I should have asked the 2 nurses to videotape it. Yeah, you could have done that. But anyway, that's another story. Let's not go there right now. Anyway, the point is I'm in a safe place. Patty is here. She's on the couch listening to me while playing around with her phone, and I'm just happy to be here because this would have been a lot more miserable if I had to climb up 3 flights of stairs. And I tell you, I could not have done, or at least maybe I could have. You know what? Let me say that. Maybe I could have, but maybe I could not have. If I had tried that with no backup plan to go home, I would not guarantee, I certainly could not have done it on Friday. I could not have climbed the stairs on Friday. That would never have happened. I would definitely end up basically kerplat right on the sidewalk. So that's never going to happen. Maybe if I had gone home today, maybe I could have had better opportunities because I would have been able to master it. But then again, I may have went kerplap in my apartment because trying to get to the bathroom or trying to get into the kitchen or trying to sit down at the desk to play World of Warcraft or whatever.
Quite a distance.
Maybe, like I said, depending on what the doctors say, maybe, next week, maybe even the end of December, maybe early January. They might say hey, good news, Michelle. You have done well. We don't have to do any kind of surgical procedure. This would be potentially bad in a way. Clarify. It would be bad because if Michelle could get the surgery, then she would never have to worry about this problem ever again. You think? I think. Until that time, Michelle's knee will always be a ticking time bomb. Right. Yeah, that's absolutely true. What else? Well, the good thing is because like so many Aquarians, Michelle is so fiercely independent. Michelle is the kind of person that will find any way she can to manage her health issues. That's true. I mean, Michelle will do whatever she has to make it work. like she said, with the nurses agreeing to work, asking her if what she would be part of a training exercise. And Michelle realized that because she is so unique, that it's not like the other nurse actually had very much experience with hermaphrodites. So that was an excitement because Michelle enjoyed the excitement of being the subject. I know that sounds creepy. It wasn't. No, actually, it wasn't. I actually enjoyed being part of helping somebody to learn something new. This is gonna be one of those videos that borders on the "you're out of your mind" video. I don't care. When was the last time I did a good video at all where I actually got a chance to talk about something other than being wrapped up in a hospital, bedridden on a hospital bed, basically not even seeing anyone except for my nurses and my doctors, and not actually being able to talk to anybody, and I couldn't even see the sunlight because my room had no windows. That was another thing that kind of choked me up today. To actually walk out into the parking lot and actually had the sun on my face. That I didn't even know what time it was half the time because the room was always the same illumination, day in and day out. You see, I'd still depend on circadian rhythms just like everyone else does. So yeah, I love the fact that I was able to do so much. Right. Well, guys, I'm going to be honest and tell you that I am very thankful for everything that we have experienced. I don't know if you got to see me completely in the shot. I'm sorry about that. I mean, you can take the world I experienced in either two ways. One, you can take a look at it and say, well, gee, it's kind of the pits. You ended up in the hospital. You basically ended up being treated like, at the beginning of the intake, treated like a piece of furniture, and then basically had to basically face the depravity of pissing in a bedpan. Guess what? You know what? I don't take it that way. I honestly don't. I take it for what it is. A learning experience. A learning experience, I can accept that. I love learning experiences, and that's just an experience that I get out of it. Something positive. Oh yeah, Heidi's daughters are breaking. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt, but that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Simon, stop.
Because Michelle's right about one thing. If you take it with a bad way, you say, "Oh, this sucked," you're gonna lose out on something that you might like, because you're gonna color it with total negativity. Michelle didn't want to do that. She recognized the situation and she saw for what it was worth. People of peace, this is something you were saying about. Talk about the positive. Here we go. You're going to spend 3 days in the hospital room. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're laying flat on your back. You can either take an expression like, this sucks, I'm not doing nothing, I hate it. I gotta pee on the pan. I gotta do this. I can't go out. I can't even walk to the bathroom. I can't even lift my head. I can't do any movements. But Michelle was constipated. I still am. That's a thing that most people do get in the hospital, believe it or not. Okay, go on. Well, the point is that Michelle said, you know what? I'm going to turn this bad experience into a good one. I can learn something here. And that's what she did. She said, let me learn this stuff. And then the hospital themselves, the nurses, wanted to show some techniques to Michelle that Michelle never heard of before and thought, hey, this is actually fascinating. This is going to help me in my own recovery, my medical treatment. If I ever get into a situation where I have to deal with by myself or, even if I'm with a caregiver, that I can modify the techniques that I was shared so I can make a better role, manage my situation better. That's what one nurse said. She says a lot of people who are hermaphrodites have their own techniques that they have learned that works for them over their lives. They do them because it helps them and they know what works. But like she said, obviously you have had experience with these issues. You have had experience in your own personal use. And because Michelle described what she does, because when sometimes her leg hurts, she has her own fracture pants at home because sometimes she can't get out of bed. And she said, well, obviously you have experience. You know what you're doing. How does, what I need you to do when I try to get the fracture pin under your belly or your bottom, and and how to pee in it and how to poo in it, and now that you already know. And then with the adding of the second pan, that was actually a new technique. It was a new technique. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you guys who are afraid of MRIs, don't be. They're really no worse than being placed inside a giant electromagnet. Okay? I had a friend who was freaked out by MRI machines. And he was like, oh, it looks like a giant torus. And it's like, well, yeah, it is a torus. It's like a giant donut. But that's the way they work. Well, yeah. I don't want it to be in small spaces. He's kind of got claustrophobic. I'm like, and put me in the machine. Like, that was the first question he asked me. Are you claustrophobic? No, I'm not. I said, I've lived in some pretty crappy apartments in my life that are pretty damn small. Plus, I lived in the travel trailer. Oh yeah, I can deal with small spaces. It don't bother me. And they also, as I said in the video, they gave me a choice of my music I like. Now, I like the oldie stuff. I like 40s and the 50s. I like Frank Sinatra and Perry Como and Dean Martin and a lot of other crooners, as we call them today. And that's the kind of music I love. And so they put on some of that. I was sitting in the machine for 30 minutes during the scanning of the machine, of getting the MRI images for the doctors. And it didn't bother me any. It really didn't bother me. I actually enjoyed the music. Helped. And then we found this, they played the song with Frank Sinatra called I Got You Under My Skin. And Michelle wanted to tap her foot. And I'm like, nope, you're supposed to remain totally stationary. She's like, oh man, I want to dance. This song is awesome. It's true. But it also made me sad too. Because I realized that I couldn't dance at that point. You'll dance again. It's not like Wham sings, I'm never going to dance again. I ain't got no rhythm. Yeah, you'll dance again. I know I will. All right, guys, everybody, thank you very much for going with me on this journey for this whole weekend. I do want you to know I appreciate all your comments and concerns. And of course, I will be here. So Saturday, I'm going to see if I can try to set this up to do the live stream here. As far as the phone numbers go, I'm sorry, there won't be none at this point. But maybe at least we can share the stories and talk to each other. And that's what we're going to do. So for everybody, thank you very much for watching this. Stay out of trouble. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.